Wait, what the heck is going on with Need for Speed 2022? Or will we soon be seeing Need for Speed 2023? Really hope not. Our boy Jeff Grubb tweeted that there may be a delay in Need for Speed by about a month. But of course, like everyone should probably ask, does he mean game or the reveal? Look at that pants man. Look at him. Follow me everywhere. Come on, hurry up. But obviously, this is a very important question. Like, if it's just the reveal, does that matter? No, it doesn't. Is it potentially both of those things? Well, he did actually respond to this. Jeff, the man himself, beautiful man, mwah, love him. Right, let's have a listen to what he had to say about Need for Speed.
This is one I think that they've shown a bunch of times in their like slide of like, here's what's coming in Q3 and Q4, our fiscal Q3, so Need for Speed. And I remember saying at the time, yeah, that's the plan is November. Well, they delayed it to December, 1 month, and they are going to take a few extra weeks before showing it off. The problem here is like hard to like pinpoint from my side of things. It seems to be that maybe Criterion just got sidetracked a little bit way back when it was working on Battlefield, and that like just had a ripple effect and caused this delay, but also everything's getting delayed, right?
So there you go. The delay seems to just be, well, just how it is nowadays. Everything is getting delayed. But am I upset and angry at this 1 month delay? No, that would be absolutely fine. It still comes out for December. But of course, I would love to see it in November, but it's a month. Like, you already waited an extra year. Now, the thing is, I've seen a few people saying, oh, this is it. Need for Speed is doomed. What state is this game in? Mate, a month delay is literally nothing. They're probably not even going to be able to manage that much more. A month is nothing. Basically, the month is what you would have got in the early patch of the game. But no, from the go, it needs an extra month is what they're saying. If this is true, this is just a rumor. As long as we can still call it Need for Speed 2022, I'm fine. We don't need another like any other delay is a bad sign. If they delay it by a month and they go, no, it needs about 12, that's bad. Now, you may have seen this image. Well, I've got a lot to talk about this image. It's rustled some jimmies. But it also actually turns out this is a video, not an image. Let's check this out. Okay, we're gonna loop this image a few times to say the least, but as you can see, it looks like early Need for Speed 2022. That's what it's saying. Now, this is pretty obvious to me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down for you. The first thing we see is a crash effect. As long as there's no crash cams, then I have nothing to complain about. I don't care about effects, whatever. That's always been a thing. You got to remember you take damage when you hit things, and that's... take this as, like, placeholder stuff. The bloody donut thing that you're crashing into, clearly untextured. The ground, clearly untextured. Look at the detail of the car, and then the detail of the world. This is some old footage. The thing that people complain about the most, however, are these wings. Now, to be completely honest with you, I can understand why you would be a little bit worried about this. But do you see once that the player flies? No. If the player's car actually flew, then I would be worried. But as you can see, they've clearly taken a jump and they failed the jump. It's not gone fast enough. They're coming down and the wing effect appears. And I think that's ultimately what this is. We spoke about anime cartoon effect. Clearly, this is just a visual thing. Otherwise, you would be flying. This is someone that's taken a jump and is now landing and failing the jump. Is there a possibility that we're going to be able to disable these effects? Probably. It's Need for Speed. Vanity items have been a thing for a long time. We've got things like vanity items, and it's clearly taking inspiration from The Crew with its more crazy vanity. But does that mean the game's going to be less like Need for Speed? I really don't think so. Another very cool thing that was noticed is down below the mini-map, you can actually see there's a hangout, like car meet area that's been rumored before. And do you remember that the map leaked quite a while ago? Turns out that, yeah, the mini-map does line up from the leak. That's, pretty interesting indeed. I love when people start piecing maps together, and of course when we see some official gameplay, I can't wait to see even more. But, like, come on. Is there... That's gotta be real. Another worthy note is something that I am actually really excited about this game. There's people walking around. How has no one known? There's people walking around the map. That's incredible. Like, that's amazing. Like, it's very rare for people to be walking around the right because you might hit them, you might do... There's people! If you were not hyped about that little detail, it's pretty cool. Like, what they're gonna do, jump out the way thing. I don't know, but maybe you could hit them and... splat. I mean, it was a 16, wasn't it? So, now, this Reddit thread also leaked, and this is quite a busy one. Now, there is a couple of points on this that I'm actually significantly worried about. But there's also some things that I just kind of knew. Let's start. So, car culture gameplay. No drag racing, no drift racing, speed cross returns, upgrade system simplified for a young audience, similar to Forza BAS. Where do we start here? No drag racing. Well, Need for Speed has been throwing drag racing in the bin since they did it in Payback. Quite frankly, the Payback drag racing was garbage, and I really don't understand. Even if they're going for a more like kiddie audience, why is there not drag racing? Drag racing has always been in Need for Speed. They've always... What? How can you not do drag racing? Even in its most basic form, like in Forza, they just line people up and you go and you cross the line. How? Drag racing needs to be part of this, and if it's not in the base game, it needs to be added in an update. Drifting? How can you get rid of drift events? That makes no sense. There's no way. They can't be that dumb. But once again, Speedcross returning, it already kind of had it in the previous. If they genuinely, though, put more focus in Speedcross and got rid of drift and drag, that is beyond stupid. But if they came out and said, yeah, it's not there at launch, it's coming in an update like one month down the line, then I'll chill out a little bit, you know. Next up is car meets, which are menu-based. Bit of a shame. Enter the car park. Menus pop up. You scroll through the cars. You can swap them. You can also bet on people. Play an event. If you win, you get more money. Harder driver, more money. Great. I like that. That sounds pretty sick. I hope you can bet against people online too. That would be really cool. Like having side bets in the event. I am for that. Some story elements, inclusive like heat diversity, a big part of Need for Speed going forward. Strong female/cultural representation in the game. Intro cutscene is a BMW doing donuts without doors, has Latin music flair like heat. Okay, I don't quite understand this one, so I don't care about the diversity stuff. For me, I'm clearly for that. In Heat, we actually had some incredible characters, and I really got to love them. In Need for Speed Heat, we had Anna and the other characters, and honestly, I fell in love with these characters, and I really do kind of wish we had more characters that just kind of carried on. She was so good. Bring back Anna. Team Anna. Come on. The BMW doing donuts without doors, I don't know if that makes any sense. However, if we can remove doors, like what kind of customization are we doing in this game? God damn. But diversity is not the issue. I'm all for it. As long as we keep the more like higher age rating on Need for Speed now, that's pretty cool. The thing we need to stop doing is being so soft and have people actually insult us and say we're bad drivers and all this. We need to have more of that back. A year at most of content's support after launch, which would be great. That's better than basically any Need for Speed we've had so far ever, other than I guess World technically. I want to see some post-launch content. Get it on now. Stop doing like 3 updates per game and giving us nothing that we want. But if there is no drag and drift, well, maybe you can add it in your year of content. You better damn add it in your year of content. That's for sure. Initial level of content ideally would be like Heat at launch. Great. I don't understand what this means, but surely realistically there should be more content than Heat because there's going to be more cars. You don't remove cars, you add them. And finally, some other info is that for those working on Need for Speed, half our X goes to old Criterion, the rest are fresh eyes, the franchise. We kind of knew that. They've been building and hiring over time, which I'm all for. I just wish they were... I just think we didn't get rid of Ghost. It made no sense. We would have had a Need for Speed game in between this one, which would have made sense. Key goal is to grow the audience of new gen and younger Need for Speed fans who grew up with other games. With a soft reboot, expecting older fans will buy it. I mean, I'm already going to buy it, but as long as they don't make it extra kiddie, you know, and I'm pretty confident, having seen what we've seen, it's going to be Need for Speed with some extra bits on it. Like, that's kind of what I was expecting. That's kind of what I want for this game. Moving train around the map, great. Fine. Can we stop the train in Need for Speed? And the game will release this year. That we kind of hoped for and knew. But that is the news. That is the leaks. That's what we know about Need for Speed. I think it's fine to be cautiously excited, and I think it's fine to be a little bit worried. But I don't think it's fine to be fully outright calling this, oh my god, Need for Speed dead, bad game. I don't quite understand where people are getting that from. I understand the wings and stuff are a little bit weird, but as long as, like, it's not like the car is flying. It's not like we got flying cars in Need for Speed. I don't quite understand why people are taking these really clearly old leaks and going, that's what the game looks like. If we compare that, as you can see, the car model, pretty high quality, although it's a really compressed clip. It's much higher quality than we've seen previously. Here's a screenshot of it, for example. Look at the sky, look at the car model, and then, of course, clearly missing textures here. But now, compared to this is what we got earlier. The textures are clearly just not there. The car model, the lighting on the car definitely looked better on the new leaked clip. But this is all clearly early stuff, and we haven't seen what the game looks like yet. But I don't think that's an issue on its own of the players. Where the hell is this reveal? Why have we not seen anything in this game? All they need to do is show a screenshot and we will go mad. You don't even need to talk about what the screenshot's from or what it is or if it's finished or not. Just give us a screenshot and people would probably be diffused. Either way, I'm still hyped for this game. I'm excited. It's clear we're going to get the reveal. Well, hopefully next. I hate having to say, oh yeah, next month. Hopefully next month. Be sure to smash that like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you hopefully soon with some more Need for Speed news, because these leaks are getting a little bit crazy. I was like, peace.